Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Hybrid Now. Out here cruising around in the awesome Toyota Prius, and I've been seeing some comments floating around out there on the web about its fuel economy. Does it really get what they say it's supposed to get, according to the sticker, the Maroni, this thing? So I thought I would address that, or at least let you guys know how mine is doing and what I'm getting. Now, primarily, I'm driving city, most all the time, really, with a little bit of 55 and over freeway driving. Not a whole lot, but a little bit here and there. So what the sticker says, let's talk about that first. And I'll let you guys see it. You can see right there. That's what the sticker says it's supposed to get, right? Hopefully you guys can see that. Now, in case you didn't, it says it's supposed to get 49 city and 50 highway, or a combined 49, I guess. They say that you use 2 gallons per 100 miles. Now, on this car, I've got 437 miles. So I'm starting to get, 437 miles. It's kind of confusing. On the gauge cluster, they put the mileage on the car, and then they also put the miles that you're supposed to get dependent upon where your fuel level is. Right now I show full, and I have apparently 482 miles that I can drive before I need to fill up again. Now, full disclosure, I have driven a little bit on the tank since I filled it up, so it's most likely a little bit over 500. That's what I've seen. Now, 437 miles on the car. Is there a break-in period? Another question that has come up. Is there a break-in period for the car where you will see an improved fuel economy number? In other words, when it gets broken in, are you going to get better gas mileage? We're going to check that. When I get back home, I'll pull the manual real quick. We'll take a look and see if it says anything about it. Because frankly, I don't know. And honestly, I haven't read the manual cover to cover. I do intend to do that with this car because it's new for me. It's my first hybrid. I've never had a hybrid anything before. So I do intend to do that, and we will. But we'll check that when we get back. So the big question is, what am I getting real world right now? Well, I'll pop up a picture. You can see right here. I'm getting 43.1 miles per gallon. Now, obviously, that's not 49 or 50. And what's interesting to me is, since it's an electric car or an EV, a hybrid, I would think that you ought to get pretty much what they say you're supposed to get, right? Although I know there are some variables. Obviously, temperature, barometric pressure, weather, all that kind of stuff is going to affect fuel economy, the conditions that you're driving in, of course. And then there's always the weight of your foot. The heavier your foot, the more power it's going to take to move the car, right? I mean, that just makes sense, whether it's electricity or whether it's fuel or gas. So there are some variables there. Me, I've been driving pretty conservatively. I mean, I've not been flooring it. I've not been doing any 0 to 60 times. I will do that in the future because I'm curious to see if we hit the 7 seconds that this car is supposed to get. But I've been driving pretty tamely, I guess. So I would expect fuel economy to be pretty darn close to what they say it's supposed to get. Now, 43.1 miles per gallon versus 49 miles per gallon, that's quite a difference. I mean, we're 5.9 miles per gallon different, right? So, I don't know. I don't know if it's because there is a break-in or not. We shall see. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now, 43.1 miles per gallon. I will say that ever since I got the car, that number has been increasing and going up. So maybe it has to learn the way that you drive. I've heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, that a lot of the electrical systems out there in cars these days will kind of adapt or learn the way that you drive the car to be most efficient and to give you the performance that apparently it assumes, AI, it assumes that you're looking for. I'm not so sure I buy into that. Maybe little things, who knows. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Let me get back home. We're going to whip out the manual and check and see if it says anything about break-in period and improving fuel economy over time. All right, we are back home in the garage. I have whipped out the manual, and I think I said in this video or an earlier one that I hadn't read this. I was thinking of a manual for another vehicle I have. I have read a lot of this so far. But just to refresh myself and to let you guys know, it's on page 168 of the manual. And it's under breaking in your new Toyota. This is the only area I could find about breaking in, maybe relating to fuel economy. I don't know, we're going to see. But it says here, to extend the life of your vehicle, observe the following precautions. 1, for the first 200 miles or 300 kilometers for you folks up north and overseas, avoid sudden stops. Well, that's obviously for a braking reason, I would say. For the first 600 miles or 1,000 kilometers, do not drive at extremely high speeds. Avoid sudden acceleration. Do not drive continuously in low gears, which means don't drive really slow for a long time. And lastly, do not drive at a constant speed for extended periods. That's so that you can break everything in at different intervals, right? That's it. That's all it says. There is a section on fuel, but it's only the type of fuel that you should use, things like that. Nothing to do with fuel economy. So there is nothing in the manual that says anything about your Toyota Prius getting better gas mileage after the break-in period. Nonetheless, I still believe that to be true. I think that once it does break in, about 600 miles or so, according to the manual, you should see pretty much what you're going to get fuel economy wise, and probably an improvement. I will find out. I've got a little over 100 miles to go until I get to that 600 mile mark. We shall see. Again, 43.1 miles per gallon when I should be getting 49 according to the sticker. Leave a comment. If you've got a new Prius, are you getting the fuel economy that you're supposed to be getting, the numbers that the sticker says you'll get? I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.